Hello, everybody, and welcome to episode 55 of Scion of the Dark House, a Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition Gothic horror podcast. Because this is a Gothic horror podcast, we will be touching on things such as blood, gore, body horror, child endangerment, talk about abuse and trauma, and other such things. If any of these things come up to a line for you, please take a break. Your support means a lot to us, but so does your mental health. So last time, you all discovered that there was something more involving the lake and the lake house. After chasing down, at the end of a previous session, the strange woman in white who apparently killed off a lot of the bullywugs using these strange fish people, you descended into a mysterious realm accessed through a portal in a chapel under the water of the lake. Finding that it was in fact an ocean floor with sunken ships and a strange coral cathedral, you entered it, where you found acolytes of strange elder gods of sea creatures. After defeating them and taking a bit of a rest, you went through the back of the cathedral to find a large, almost arena, where sitting at the back is a very familiar looking blue crystal that seems to be holding some kind of dark shape. And that is where we left off. So as you all enter this place, what would you like to do?
Look over there.
Can I try grabbing the crystal?
It's really big and it is all the way like 120 feet away from you. This is a big area and it's a real big crystal.
What Alex is gonna do is just point at it and be like, look over there.
Didn't we already identify these as the same crystals that held the aberrations in the underground?
Yes, they're very
place?
similar. Yes, they're very similar to the crystals that held all of the strange beings, and specifically more like the one that you fought when Ibar, the Dark Between the Stars, leaked out.
This is the only crystal here.
It is the
correct?
only crystal here,
Cool.
yes.
So Percy's going to instantly, okay, let's be careful. We've seen these before. Remember, guys?
Yeah, Lark's just gonna be like, you have got to be fucking kidding me. Percy, seriously.
I don't know why you keep getting mad at me about these things, as if I had any hand in the construction of these things. So it's just like a big empty area with a crystal in the middle of it.
Basically, yeah.
We've been told that the sea bitch, the queen, the evil,
The bitch queen.
She
the bitch
rests in
queen,
pieces.
that she's here.
Yes, or at least the being they believe to be the bitch queen is here. There was no explicit confirmation.
Well, should we go up and investigate the crystal? Should we go up to it?
Yeah, let's do that.
Who wants to start a betting pool on how fast it takes for whatever's in there to try luring Percy into an evil deal?
I'm gonna
can
stay
I-
in the back.
Can I also top that as well and be like, can I also put a double bet on that and being like, how long will it take for Percy to try fucking said being?
Seriously, why are you jumping on this now?
Because I like chaos.
I mean, I don't know if either one of you should approach it because you're both from that cursed bloodline.
yeah,
I
maybe
shall approach
Rerek and Bruno. Sure.
I mean,
I want to touch it.
go touch it, babes. Tell us how it feels. And don't
As you
get blown
touch
up.
it, it is very, very cold, surprisingly cold.
Ooh.
And you hear this sort of whisper as these shadows begin to gather around the sort of chunk of the crystal that you're standing at. From the darkness, 3 glowing dots appear. in almost a triangular formation, almost like eyes that seem to bore into you. And you just hear in your mind, "Who are you? What brings you here?"
So like, can we all hear that, or is it just Bruno touching it? Like, is Bruno the only one who can hear that, or is like all of us can?
I'm going to say all of you can hear it.
Okay.
You get the sense that it is coming from the crystal, but it's in your minds.
Gotcha. So I got like activated with Bruno touching it, that I just like minds us. Cool.
Basically.
Lit.
So, did anyone else hear that?
Yeah.
Yes.
Maybe someone else should talk. Someone who isn't me or Alex.
Yeah.
So, what do we desire from the crystal?
Know why it's in my lake?
Stuff.
All right, I'll tell him that. So,
We're playing telephone.
so Mr. Crystal, we're trying to clean up this here lake.
Brave of you to assume that it's a Mr. Crystal. We do not
I
know.
can gender a crystal. I know how to gender a crystal. I've been in.
Why
the
are we
Paladin
gendering the
military
crystal?
for-
Just ask the crystal, Ed. Stop gendering the crystal.
Bruno knows his crystal genders.
But does the crystal know its own gender?
I guess I know crystal sexes.
Fair. We're not going to get into this. I was going to go into a whole thing about how crystal gender and crystal sex are two different things.
No, Bruno agrees with you. That's fair.
Why are you here?
First up, can we just ask what this crystal gender is, so we stop, so we do not misgender it?
Tell
Bruno,
us a little about yourself, Crystal.
what are the hobbies?
I want to know about you.
Tell us.
Forget about us.
Sorry,
for the
Spencer. I
second.
feel like this was supposed to be scary.
You guys are very good at cutting tension, like just
Yes.
instantly. I will say that.
What's
Well-
favorite? What's their favorite movie? Ask them that. What do they do for fun? What are their hobbies? Long walks on the beach, fried chicken, dick.
I'm not asking the crystal that.
We're here because seemingly your followers have been slaying bullywogs above the lake.
Yes. I have sent them to take back what power has been stolen from me.
Ugh, not this again.
Right. Which was your children they took from you?
Yes. They stole my children. They used them, the powers that I granted them. And yet I have been unable to bring them back, to give birth to them again.
Have you thought about going to therapy instead of killing things and killing people?
It is
You thought
the
about therapy.
price to pay for stolen power.
Right.
Can they Venmo you? Instead of killing?
Well,
So how do we feel about smashing the crystal?
Oh, it would
Not
look cute.
great.
It would look really
not
cute as a ring.
ideal. I think if we
Um,
smash the crystal, it might go free.
It
Darling,
looks so cute as jewelry, though. It's so pretty.
It would look
It's
gorgeous.
completely massive. It is. How would you ever wear that?
I
but
could
like
wear it.
little chunks here
I'm
and
strong
there,
enough.
and yeah, Bruno could wear the whole thing. I'll just have like a little pendant made out of it. It'd be really cute. Oh my god,
I'll
we'll be
tip you
BFFs
off a piece.
forever.
Okay, I'm gonna talk to the crystal.
Bruno and I just start go to the side and just start poking at it. Like, hello.
Did
Can
the Kruetzwald family put you here?
Yes, they stole my power. They've used it as they've used my brothers and sisters.
That's a bit awkward.
And
I'm
who
gonna step
exactly
back.
are you?
You come here and you do not know who I am. I am Olhydra, the Umberlee. I am the first queen of Early. I rocked the cradle of Cthulhu when he came to this plane thousands of years ago. I've seen many universes, each one existing, born and died between each of my heartbeats. I crawled to this place from the abyss, and yet you come here? You don't know who I am? How dare you?
You didn't really introduce yourself, so it's not really our fault. You didn't introduce yourself. You didn't have a name tag. You didn't do anything to help us. Why are you blaming us?
You dare, you insolent mortals.
Right.
Now,
forgive
now.
him. Sorry about all of this.
I'm just saying.
When
Lark,
she
do you want
calls
to smooth things over?
when she calls everyone mortals, Lark's like, don't get it twisted. Don't lump me in with them.
That's where you're drawing the line, really. Okay.
It's not even like a don't
are
defeat, but
mortal
don't go
to
against
me.
my friends. It's more like a excuse me. Like
You are mortal in my eyes. You shall end one day. I shall move on, as I have with many other worlds.
Are you going to be trapped in a crystal when that happens still? Or
How dare you?
Right. Maybe we stop
I
insulting
shall
it.
be free one day.
Right. How exactly is it that you came to be trapped in this crystal?
The Kruetzwalds tricked me. They asked for deals and then backed out of them.
did you have a contract?
That's a bit of a familiar story.
Did you have a contract, notary, lawyer
They
present? What?
broke their contract.
Okay, gotcha.
Right. So
that's awkward.
yeah.
Anyways,
do you?
my name's
So you
Alex Smith.
you've been here in this spot for a while, right?
Yes.
Do you-
450 years.
450 years, and
Doesn't seem that long.
as far as I remember,
Mm.
the disappearance of the family was like less than that. It was like 400 years ago or something, not 450.
It was 450 because that's the amount of time that the house has stayed completely empty.
Gotcha. But so I also do you know what happened the night they all disappeared?
I did not see much. The sky turned green. I felt the presence of my brothers and sisters, and then I did not.
And then you didn't.
So how do you know that we had something to do with? I mean, this family had something to do with it.
They used the power of my brothers and sisters. I could feel it on them. They wielded their gifts.
Right. I'm kind of at a loss what to do here now, boys.
Yeah.
I don't really want this thing here, but also it seems pretty effectively trapped, except for the fact that its little minions are up there killing bullywugs.
which, I mean, honestly, did it really matter all that much either way?
Well,
That's
even if you
rude.
can't acknowledge the tragedy of the bullywugs, maybe you can acknowledge the fact that they'll turn against us at some point.
My
That
gut
is-
military instincts are telling me to kill the crystal.
I really want his jewelry.
no,
Eh,
no.
Also that.
If I'm remembering correctly, like breaking of the crystal frees the aberration, right?
Yeah, it happened with Ibar, the Dark
Yeah.
Between the Stars. You can presume that the other crystals are similar in nature.
Like, so like how much? So question asking for me, how much can not let me rephrase that, not by asking Alex Guiteras, but Alex, you know, my character.
Mhm.
But like questioning, I mean, that's fun. Both names, both that, love that. But like, so like, how much can we jump off like a little bit, like just like a ring size?
Let's just not risk it. You know, let's just leave it.
You don't know. This is not a substance that you've seen before.
It's
It
just so
looks
pretty.
similar to other gemstones and stones, but you're unsure of what this material is, or if it acts differently under the enchantments and other spells that are probably used to trap this thing inside. You don't know.
Mm. Cool. So what do we do now then, I guess? What does everyone want to do?
Well, you already know what I want to do.
Same.
Let before we smash it, could try something. I've somewhat recently learned how to banish otherworldly creatures. If I could have some assistance, maybe in weakening it, maybe we could just send it home.
Yeah, that could work.
Isn't this its demi-plane already, though?
Aren't aberrations not from the material plane?
No, they are not, but that doesn't necessarily mean that the banishment spell will work. There's some creatures that are resistant to it. There's some creatures that consider multiple planes their home, or can just simply return. There's a variety of things that could happen.
Hey, Rocky, what's your home? Where do you consider home? Question. Where do you consider home?
How dare you call me such things?
Girlfriend, queen, whatever, Queen Crystal Abasia, baby.
At this point, the crystal does shift as this dark shadow slams up against the side of it. You dare.
Ask in here. Where do you consider home? Might help with your healing. It's the first step to therapy.
I am the queen of all dark water.
Okay, so all dark water. Okay, cool. Just want to know what I need to know. Jeez.
All right. Well, maybe banishing the Queen of All Dark Water is a bit outside of my depths.
Yeah.
So.
Hey, a nice one, cuz.
Yeah. What's the plan then? Do we just leave it here? Are we gonna smash it? Like, we did manage to take care of Ibar, but
I mean, why don't we just go back through the portal and seal that off so her minions can't keep coming through?
how do we do that?
Swim up.
I don't know how to
Cover
close
it
portals. Couldn't they just uncover it again?
I mean, it might take them a while to move an entire cathedral's worth of rubble off the top of it.
I mean, by that time, Lark was probably going to be the only one that's still here, so might as well. Lark is your problem now. It's your problem then.
Oh no, I'll be in another plane of existence by then.
All right, that's a decent idea. Bruno, what's your thoughts here as our sort of supervisor?
Well, I'm always ready to engage in battle. I think that makes the most sense. I think we can take on any presence. We're the strongest people in the world, I would say. So that's sort of my opinion.
Your vote of confidence is reassuring.
Oh, you are adorable. I'll give you that.
Am
Nice
I
one,
wrong?
No, Bruno, no, you're never wrong.
I mean, I would say with me here, we collectively become the strongest group. If I wasn't here, I don't know, maybe not, but you know.
Oh, and you're so modest as well. This is why we love you, Bruno. So modest. So
I am
modest.
very modest. I'm impressively modest.
Right.
Right.
At least you're pretty.
Okay, I'm not really sure what to do here, so should we vote or something? Should we?
All right, let's vote. my vote counts more because I'm Bruno.
Oh my god.
That's how it works in Caliburn.
Well, baby, you ain't in Caliber anymore.
All right, let's vote. Let's do it.
Okay, so plan 1 is bury the place, and plan 2 is attack it. I don't know which way I want to vote, to be honest.
Like, it'll be fun.
Fun.
But like, also, we could all die a horrible, miserable death.
I feel like
But
we could also do that.
perks, I can use that as a pendant. It will look really pretty.
And you, Alex, in particular, were pretty effective against Ibar when we fought it.
Oh yeah, I was.
Yeah,
Totally remember
as
that.
you remember.
Well,
Your spell Phantasmal Killer was very good
Yes.
against it.
Yes, I remember that clearly.
I mean, back then we had what, an entire room full of corpses we were also fighting.
True.
What does bitch
What are
queen
you-
Olhydra have?
Oh wait, is this the bitch queen?
Yeah, it's the bitch
Queen
queen.
bitch.
Are we sure?
bitch queen.
Hey,
Well, it's called the Olhydra. The pirates also called it that.
Oh,
Yeah.
I think it would be offended if I.
Sea
Do
bitch.
you think I could? Do you think she'd be offended
You
if I
know
called
what?
her? a
We've
sea
already
bitch?
pissed it off enough. Do what you want.
Hey, Crystal, Queen Crystal.
God.
Do you go by like sea bitch at all?
That is not one of my titles. The insolent mortals who try and worship me claim such things.
Oh, so you are a bitch. Cool.
How dare you?
Don't kill the messenger, babes. I'm just telling you what everyone's talking about you behind your back.
All right, well, I'm feeling bold today. why don't we'll take a swing at it, but let's maybe prepare some things first. Does anybody have any things we want to do beforehand?
Oh yeah, a bitch is putting on armor. I'm putting on my armor.
I think your mage armor is technically still up. It's up for 8 hours.
Oh, so do I still get that slot, or do I have to put in that slot because we had a rest?
Since you guys leveled up, you technically benefited from a long rest. So you have that slot back, but it's not been 8 hours.
Oh,
It's
lit.
still
Cool.
on. It's still
Great.
up.
Handy. Lit. Cool. I need to add that on to temporary hit points. Well, never mind then.
So what y'all doing?
Wait,
You're still standing there in front of the crystal.
Yeah, just kind of debating attacking the crystal right in front of it.
The crystal saying.
We didn't attack the last crystal. Why would we attack this one?
Well, it's like causing problems down here, and I don't like that it's in my lake.
We also sealed off the chamber to the last crystals. I'm just pointing it out.
Lark, do you want to kick ass or not?
I'd prefer not to die in this backwater dinge hole.
Right. Well, you can't die here, can you? if you die
Well-
here, you just pop back to the Feywild.
Oh, I suppose that would be true since you got my soul back for me.
Well, I'm feeling reckless today. I vote with Bruno.
I want to poke it with it. I vote we smash it, and then I take back some to go to my jeweler.
I'm gonna
give
go
you a
30
piece.
feet away.
It does take you a bit longer because when you're flying, you're technically swimming.
Oh.
Remember, that's a little thing.
Oh, I'll
about this
walk. 'Cause
realm.
Walking speed wasn't affected by this, right?
Walking speed was not affected mysteriously.
Yeah. Lark's pissed that he has to actually walk anywhere for a change. So he kind of just walks. he starts walking away, shaking his head like they're gonna get themselves killed. They're gonna get themselves killed, and my mission's going to be fucked up. But then, like, kind of like, I guess that leaves Percy's sister defenseless. So
Percy is going to cast protection from evil and good on himself.
Right. Great.
I also do protection from evil and good on myself.
You can certainly do that. Anybody else have anything else they want to do?
Are there any dead corpses around us?
No, there are not. Sorry.
Rip.
I'm gonna cast Summon Undead.
Ooh.
A 3rd level spell slot. We're gonna get Undead Boyfriend number 3.
The ghost. Ooh.
The ghost, and see how the ghost does in this setting. Especially because the idea occurred to me last time. I was like, I was uncertain what kind of form this one would take. And then I was like, we're in an underwater thing. There's a different kind of thing that would live in the Feywild. He's a merman. He's a ghostly merman who probably has like a giant chunk of his tail carved out of him, like somebody was eating him at some point. It's fine. Don't think about it.
Nom nom.
Yeah.
I'm also gonna try to stick within 10 feet of Bruno, so I can get his very tasty aura buffs.
Yep.
And
As
I'm just
they're
going
calling
to
it nowadays.
Yeah. Eli, do you remember what kind of paladin you are?
Oath of Vengeance.
Oath of Vengeance.
Oath of Vengeance. I remember that. The little voice in my head recalled it for me.
Good.
Yeah, I'm going to, before we start this battle, I need some nourishment. So I'm going to take out my my bottle of Boundless coffee, and for all you people watching, it's iced coffee because I'm gay. Iced coffee, not this hot coffee bullshit. So I'm gonna take a swig out of my nice iced coffee. I pull it out. I'm like, oh, love this. I would offer it up to anyone else, but also it's all mine, so fuck off. And now I'm going to roll a d20 to see if it lands on a 1, because trust me, if it lands on a 1, Mama, I'm gonna be pissed because I want my fucking iced coffee. Bitch should land it on 10. Mama's drinking some iced coffee.
Oh my God, that's your preparation.
Cheers, bitches. Let's die. At least I have my coffee.
All right. Is that everything everyone wants to do?
I guess since I'm Jaegering Rerek for fights, he's
right.
gonna put protection from good and evil on himself too.
All right. So I have disadvantage on like half the party. That's great.
Wait, question. What is that? Is that a spell?
Yes,
that's a spell.
Cool.
Yeah, it's a spell. It means that depending on what creature it is, they have disadvantage on attack rolls against you.
Cool.
So that means that good old Hydra has disadvantage on literally half of the party.
Yeah.
So, like, in that case, what I'm going to do is I'm going to step behind Daddy Bruno and Daddy Percy and, like, step behind them. So then they get, because I don't have this wonderful spell on me. So they can be the meat shields for me.
You could also move away like me, and I'm assuming Rerek should also probably start moving away too, because we don't need to be close to people to hit people. Lark's just gonna be like, Rerek, move! You don't want to get backstabbed again, do you?
Actually, you do have a point there.
Approached something too quick.
You actually do have a point there. A lot of my spells are distance spells.
Yeah.
You should also back up.
Yeah, I'm gonna go chill with my bestie Lark over there. Hey girl, what's up?
Don't get any. You just see like a ghost merman like start drifting past you, and like, don't touch Pearl. He's obnoxious.
I'll be like, so sloppy seconds. Is that not? Can I fuck your ghost merman boyfriend?
He's dead, Alex.
He's quite dead. He's been dead for about 150 years at this point.
And bitches, I fucking ate a corpse of a calamari creature. I don't fucking care. Let's go.
It was a crustacean, was it not?
Yes, it was. So who's taking point on what?
Arthur will also sort of stand in the middle somewhere behind me and Bruno, but in front of the squishies.
Of course.
Jeez.
So
Yeah,
how
and,
are you guys going to break the crystal?
Do you want to
Assuming
give it
that's
a
what you're gonna
give it a
do.
whack, Bruno?
Oh, I'm gonna bop it. Are you kidding me?
All right, roll me a strength check.
14.
You smash this crystal with your mace. Cracks appear, weaving across its surface as dark smoke begins to pour out of it like ink in the water. And instantly the shadows begin to move and push out. And from one of the cracks, you see slithering up is a huge, dark tentacle. As the crystal begins to crack and pull itself apart until there is a thunderous explosion as the pieces fly for a short distance and then begin to drift to the ground, held by the physics of the water around you. As this dark shape rises into the air and 3 eyes appear, the smoke occasionally coalescing into a tentacle that moves back and forth as it eyes you before its eyes land on Percy. The eyes narrow so slightly and you just hear, your blood, I smell it. And I need everybody to roll initiative.
And Alex is just looking at the back being like, thank God I put on cologne.
You got a 14.
19.
14 for Percy, 19 for Bruno,
Got it too.
2 for Alex.
Lark got an 11, and
Oh,
Rerek.
Arthur also.
Oh, Rerek did better than Lark. Lark got an 11, and Rerek got a 17.
Arthur
What did
has a 22.
22. All right. So that means that Arthur is going first. This dark cloud hovering with its eyes fixed firmly on Percy.
Cool.
He's floating above the place where the crystal was.
Let me quick look up what Hunter's Mark does. I think, yeah, he'll cast Hunter's Mark on
Yeah.
the Olhydra.
So what does it do?
What does what do?
Hunter's Mark?
Do you have Hunter's Mark?
I
Yeah, because
also
he's
have
an
Hunter's Mark.
Oath of Vengeance Paladin.
It's you choose a creature within range and mark it. You deal an extra 1d6 damage whenever you hit it, and you have advantage on wisdom or we have advantage on perception or survival checks you make to find it. Yeah, that's pretty much it. So it just gives you a little bit of extra damage.
Okay.
So I guess he's gonna do his dragon wing bow. Does he get like multi-attack on that or just one shot?
I want to say he would get multi-attack, right? Because he's a ranger and he's at that level.
Yeah, he's a ranger past level 5, so he should have multi-attack. And just in case anybody forgot, when we hit character level 9, our proficiency bonus also increased.
Yeah, it goes to 4. That is going to be. Wait, so to calculate, it would be roll plus his dex mod plus his proficiency to hit.
Yes.
Cool. So that is 25 to hit.
Oh yeah, that hits. So roll damage. The fire damage, roll it separately and then divide that by 2 because you are currently affected by water.
So the regular. You don't add proficiency to this, right? To the damage.
You do because it's a weapon attack.
Cool. So that is 7 plus 12 plus 4, 16 regular damage or piercing. And then fire.
Actually, divide that by 2. It's resistant.
Cool.
Sorry.
Is it piercing? Let me double check.
Oh wait, no, never mind. Sorry, it's magic.
Yeah,
How
it's
much
a
was
magic
that?
Weapon. 16.
16. Great. Sorry about that.
Then 2 fire damage. That's already halved. And then
I figured.
I get a second attack, which is a nat 20.
Ooh.
So that is going to be 8 plus 7 is 15, plus 5 is 20, plus 4, 24 damage from the regular damage. And then another 2 fire damage. And then Jasmine.
All right.
She is going to. Is this thing even like knock proneable? Like, would you think its features to be able to be knocked prone?
It's a giant. At the moment, it appears to be a giant cloud of ink.
Right. Well,
Giant clouds of ink are not known for being able to be knocked prone.
Yeah, we'll have Jasmine just go make I guess just a pounce attack. She'll do her best. So you hit with a claw attack first, which is a plus. Well, I rolled a 1, so that's an 8 to hit.
That does not hit.
Yeah.
Jasmine bounds up and swipes her claw, but can't seem to find any actual form there to hit. And so that is at the end of Arthur's
I
turn?
believe that is the end, yes.
Great.
I didn't roll any of the hunter's marks.
Oh, yep.
It's another 3 damage and another 6 damage, so 9 more damage.
All right. So before Bruno's turn, it's going to take one of its legendary actions as a tentacle whips out towards you, Percy.
Cool.
Let me see. Does a 19 hit?
Yes.
Can I use a reaction to that?
Yes,
or no?
you may.
It's making an attack, right?
It is making an attack.
I'm gonna silvery barbs and be like, oh, I think she's moving a little slow from being in the crystal so long. So I'm gonna make her re-roll her attack and take the lower roll. And I'm gonna give Bruno advantage on his next attack.
Well, it's the same roll because she rolled higher. Yeah, so you are going to take, one moment, let me gather all of my, you're going to take 13 points of bludgeoning damage as the tentacle wraps around you and lifts you into the air.
I'm lifted?
You are currently restrained inside of this tentacle. Yeah, you're grappled.
Rip.
As she begins to squeeze the tentacle, you just hear her, "You're descendant of those monstrous people. I will crush you. I will suck what magic is left inside of your pathetic bastardess bloodline out of your bones." As she begins to squeeze. And that is the end of her legendary action. And it is Bruno's turn now.
Well, I'm going to attack the tentacle, the Divine Smite, because Percy's my homie. So,
all right. Give me a attack roll.
With advantage.
Oh, yes, with advantage.
Wait, what?
I gave you advantage using that spell to try saving Percy.
So
it didn't work saving him, but you still get advantage.
Yeah.
The roll was at disadvantage, right, Spencer?
No, it wasn't. And I rolled again, rolled higher.
Good.
Okay, well, I got an 18.
That hits.
Okay, so I'll Divine Smite.
Mm-hmm.
12.
12 damage.
Yes.
All right. So you smash into the tentacle with your mace, another flash of divine light. The tentacle does not seem to let go.
Oh, is it like budging or?
You clearly hit it. It sways in the water, but it doesn't seem to be letting go of Percy.
I guess I'll try hitting it again. See where that takes me.
All right. So what did you roll to hit?
14.
14, unfortunately, does not hit. As the
What?
tentacle is swaying, it seems to intentionally sway forward as you swing your mace, bumping your hand and pushing it back. It rebuffs your attack.
What about Julius? He's gonna go for a bite.
Oh, go, Julius, go.
He rolls a 12.
12 does not hit. He tries to get his little jaws around this tentacle, but it just seems a bit too big for his tiny dragon jaws.
Oh, he's so small.
So that is the end of Bruno's turn.
Yeah.
So up next is Rerek.
Okay, I'm Jaegering Rerek, not Yerrick. What can Rerek do? A lot of fire spells that are not that good in this scenario. Most of his damaging magic is fire. Gross. Rerek is going to use a 4th level magic missile.
Ooh.
He's
He can
known
do
to do
that.
that.
Yes, he is. I think he does
He's
that
like-
more than any fire damage.
Yeah,
I
definitely.
don't think he's dealt fire damage since
Since the hedge maze?
since the hedge maze. I don't think he's dealt fire damage at all. He's just magic missiled everything.
Yeah.
So first level's 3, second level's 4, third would be 5, fourth is 6 darts. So it's going to deal 6d4 plus 6 force damage.
All right.
Conveniently, I have 6d4 right in front of me. Okay, so that's 3, that's 7, that's 9, 8, 12, 13, 15, 15. Can it target the tentacle directly, or can it just like what? Are there
It's just-
multiple targets or no?
No,
Okay.
there's only one.
Yeah, so oh shit. Okay, so 7, 8, 12, 13, 15 plus 6 is 21 force damage.
All right. Is that the end of Rerek's turn?
I don't think he has anything that he can do for a bonus action. So wait, does he have? He cast a leveled spell there. Yeah, I think that's probably going to be it for him. Yeah, that's all. That's Rerek. It happens.
All right. So now up is Percy. You are currently grappled in this tentacle.
Am I? I've been sitting on this spell for a hot second. Freedom of movement, baby. We're casting that
Ooh.
on myself, and I'm gonna just
Ooh.
wiggle out of there.
All right. Yeah, the tentacle suddenly seems to slip around you as if you were greased or oiled, and the tentacle moves away. What type of magic is this? As you float down towards the ground.
Yeah. Cool. I am looking. I don't think I have really any bonus actions I can take. Yeah. Yeah, I guess that's gonna be it. I'm just gonna once again position myself next to Bruno.
All right. And now it is this creature's turn. The eyes narrow. If I cannot get you one way, I will get you another. And you hear a thunderous crackle as out from its own body, from its eyes, comes a lightning bolt that slams into you or the area around you. Can you make me a dexterity saving throw, please?
I sure can.
As I gather up.
Right, that's going to be, and I get Bruno. What is your charisma modifier? I get to add that. Bruno.
16 or 4.
So it's a +4. Wait. Okay. So 19 in total.
All right. 19. Yeah. So take 12 points of lightning damage as this lightning bolt just slams into you.
That is why I stand next to the Paladin.
And yeah, that seems actually she's going to move to a more advantageous location. She's going to circle around the two of you, and in order to get closer to the people at the back, but not leave the threatened radius. So she is basically directly over your heads. And that is going to be the end of her turn, leading to Lark. It is now your turn.
How big of a creature is she?
She is huge.
Okay. And so there's like at least 30 feet between me and the people in front. And then Alex decided to run over to me. I feel like Rerek ran at least catty corner, and then Alex, I'm gonna run 30 feet away from Alex. Oh wait,
As
where'd he
he
go?
disappears.
He didn't leaves.
He was so offended. I'm trying to think. So if she's a huge creature, she takes up how much space roughly?
I think huge creatures technically take up a 10 by 10 instead of a 5 by 5.
Okay.
So basically a 10-foot cube or so.
Okay, so I'm trying to figure out if I can cast an AoE spell in such a way that it doesn't hurt the boys and it'll just hurt her. If it has a 30-foot radius sphere,
You can put the point in the middle of the air.
Yeah.
So you can say, oh, it's like 25 feet above her, and then it expands, hits her, but not everyone below her.
Oh, cool. Yeah, I'm gonna do. Should I do that? Maybe. I mean. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna try a 4th level spell I just learned. Cause why not? I'm gonna subtle spell a sickening radiance on her. And I'm gonna throw the AoE in such a way that it doesn't hit anybody like underneath her, and it doesn't hit anybody else. And I'll probably like Pearl was swimming over to the guys anyway, so I feel like he's probably on that same like round level-ish. So yeah, I'm gonna throw a sickening radiance on her, and I need her to. So when a creature moves into the spell's area for the first time on a turn or starts its turn there, they must succeed on a Constitution saving throw or take 4d10 radiant damage and suffer 1 level of exhaustion.
Ooh.
And so normally the spell makes like a dim greenish light, but like flavor wins. For anybody who went to the Feywild with us, It's just like Lark rips open a little bit of the same gross twilight that permeates the garden that he was born in, and it's just looks really creepy in the middle of this underwater thing that there's suddenly a sphere of Feywild twilight there. Yeah, can I get a Constitution saving throw from her?
It says if she moves into the area for the first time or starts her turn there, which means we have to wait. So remind me when we circle back around to her. Other than that, is there anything else you'd like to do? Because I know you...
I'll quicken an Eldritch Blast too.
Cool.
So I'll use 2 of my sorcery points to quicken an Eldritch Blast. Down to 5 sorcery points. And where's my d20s? There's some d20s. Okay, so what do I add? Plus 4, plus 5, plus 1, so plus 10. 21 and 18 to hit.
Both hit.
Cool. And 17 force damage.
In total or just from one?
From both of them. I rolled a 3 and a 4, and then agonizing blast.
All
So
right.
7 plus 10. And I free action. I'm gonna tell. I'm gonna have Pearl like kind of be in between, and if she moves out of the sickening radiance to attack somebody or something, I'm gonna have him hold his attack so it's safe for him to swing at her when she moves out, presumably.
Gotcha.
Because I don't want my dead boyfriend flying into more dead stuff, I guess. He's useful right now. And that's it for me.
All right. So we are back up to the top with Arthur.
Oh, Alex needs to go still.
I have my roll of 2.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, we have Alex.
Hi,
You're just
still
watching
here.
this unfold.
Hi, still here, narrator. Hi. Okay, so first thing I want to do is who's after me? Arthur is after me. I guess.
Yes.
Better I could. Wait, I have to touch somebody. Never mind. I'm gonna save Dragon's Breath for later. Yeah, fuck it. I'll touch myself and give myself the bonus action of a Dragon's Breath for next turn. Learn my lesson. Cannot use it for this turn, and I will not use it for this turn. So that's my bonus action for the turn. But so yeah, I'm muted myself in there, but that's for later. But the one that I actually want to use is, you know what? Fuck it. Let's see Phantasmal Phantasmal Killer.
You cannot cast both Phantasmal Killer and Dragon's Breath in the same turn because they're both leveled spells.
Well, Dragon's Breath is a bonus action though, isn't it?
They're both leveled spells. You can only cast 2 spells in one turn if one is a cantrip. So you can still cast a cantrip, but you cannot cast 2 leveled spells regardless of their action cost.
Gotcha. Good to know that I'm still fucking up, but at least this time it's not with detriment to my health. Okay, lit.
Also, what element did you pick for Dragon's Breath? If you're still doing Dragon's Breath.
I was gonna do lightning.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna do lightning. Fuck it, should I just use Dragon's Breath as my action, I guess? Can I do that
You
or
can.
no? Okay.
Wait.
Can I do that or no?
Check
I feel
the
like
spell.
you can.
I think it was specifically made so that you could bonus action and then action fire it off. But let me check.
I'll try to do that, but like a cantrip.
It's Macabre Dawn, Dragon's Breath. Yep, until the spell ends, the creature can use an action to exhale energy of the chosen type in a 15-foot cone. Yeah.
Brilliant.
I think you cast a cantrip and then you used your bonus action to cast Dragon's Breath last time.
Gotcha.
This time, you have your action free, so you can just
Lit.
blast her.
So I didn't fuck myself up this time. Yay.
Nope.
And how far above the boys is she?
She's within 5 feet, but still off the ground. So she didn't incur a attack of opportunity.
Well, so what I can do is make sure that like I am aiming so the bottom of the 15 foot cone is like
Yes.
angled up above, does not hit anyone below it.
Yes, you can
Just
do that.
her.
You
Okay,
are
lit.
able to do that. Yes.
Lit. So I'm gonna do that. Each card, yeah, so that she's the only one in the area. So you make a dexterity saving throw. Taking 3D. Okay, so I should just
I don't actually have to make a saving throw because it turns out as you exhale lightning that crackles through the water and hits her crackling inside, you realize
this bitch
she's
is
taken
immune.
no damage. She's immune to
Motherfucker.
lightning damage.
Motherfucker.
So that's the end of your turn, unless you would like to move.
I like to move my middle finger up at her and just be like, fuck you. This is why
You
they call you
certainly
the bitch
can.
queen.
Flipping the bird is a free action.
Bitch.
All right. So unless you want to move, we are back up to the top with Arthur.
Cool. Arthur is going to bonus action cast Hail of Thorns at 2nd level. And he's going to make his 2 bow attacks. Right, the first is a 25 to hit.
That hits.
The second's a 24 to hit.
Both of them hit.
Cool. So the first is dealing. What exactly his modifiers are? +5 +4. That's 13 damage from the first shot. And 3 fire damage. And then we have 12 damage from the second shot and 2 fire damage. And then I get 2 d10s of Hail of Thorns, which is a 7 and a 5. So 12 damage from Hail of Thorns.
All right.
Then Jasmine is going to make a claw attack.
Ooh, just be careful about hopping in that twilight.
Oh yeah, what is that? What did you do?
It is high enough that Jasmine and Arthur probably wouldn't be stuck inside of it.
Cool. I think Arthur's just going to use his movement on all the rounds to just keep a bit of a healthy distance.
Yeah, I assume so.
And Jasmine's going to make a claw attack, which is going to be, wow, she's rolling real shit today. That was a 2 + 7, so it's a 9.
Yeah, she once again swipes, attempting to find form inside of this black cloud of ink and finds nothing.
Oh, but she gets coordinated attack. When Arthur uses the attack action, she can use her reaction to make an attack.
All right.
So I'll do that also.
Uh-huh.
I rolled a 3 for a total of 10.
Does not hit.
She's rolling
again,
1 higher every time. One day
She seems
she'll
to be
get there.
swiping through the ink cloud, not quite finding any form inside of it. And so that's the end of Arthur's turn.
Yes.
All right. So we're back to Bruno.
Yep. Not really sure what I should do.
Whack it.
But where's the form?
It's in there.
All right, I guess I'll just whack it. Hopefully I get a high roll. Got 9.
Did you add all of your bonuses?
Yes, it was a low roll.
That does not hit.
Well, you get
Your
2 attacks.
May sails through the ink cloud once again, not having an obvious tentacle to hit.
All right, I got an unnatural 20.
Awesome. You hit. Your mace passes through the ink cloud and you smash into flesh. Give me the damage.
Um, 9.
All right, you smash your mace into this strange being's flesh. You feel it sink in and pass through. Is there anything else you would like to do?
Well, Julius got to go for a bite.
Right.
He got a 19.
19 hits.
Hell yeah, Julius.
And roll the damage.
6.
And with that, Julius bites into this thing and it seems to lose cohesion. The ink spreads across this arena and you are all out of initiative as this thing has lost its corporeal form. However,
Julius did it.
Go, Julius!
both
Good for him.
Percy and Alex, as the ink clears, you find yourselves not where your friends are.
Oh,
The sky is completely black, but the ground is lit as if it were noon on a hot summer's day, and it is hot. The ground is made of seashells and nautilus fossils and other such things. A little ways away, there is a tall black rock, a tower almost sticking up, and is the only landmark around. And beneath it is a strange white shape that seems to be moving ever so slightly.
How the fuck did we end up here?
hell is what?
Where did
What
everyone
is-
else go?
I have no idea. Oh,
We get in a
great.
fight, we're fucked.
It's just the two of us. Oh God.
The bloodline thing.
Mm.
Such
So-
a bloodline thing.
This doesn't look like the tower I've seen in my dreams. That always had like the ocean of blood around it, didn't it?
Well, maybe the
It was not actually a tower. It was a gigantic moon.
Right. So this is all new. That's not good.
So- it's very hot here.
Yeah, it's
Are
really
you
hot.
also hot? Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. It's steamy.
Hello guys. Are you around here somewhere?
Hello?
There is no response.
Should we go? What?
Yeah.
Should we
so,
head
like,
to that one thing
we
that's in
look
the
all
distance?
around and that's like the one thing.
Yeah, basically.
Okay. I was like, I guess this is
All right. Hypothetically, because this is a question for you, Spencer. Hypothetically, because it's all these like shells, which in itself are dead creatures, could I potentially raise them from the dead?
No,
I wanted
think it
to.
specifically says that you have to target a humanoid corpse.
Dang it. Because that was hilarious. It's gonna
Sorry.
raise these monsters from the grave. Onwards,
Right.
we march.
Yeah, we'll go investigate this white thing.
As you walk closer towards whatever this is, you notice that some of these shells actually have mollusks inside of it, drying out. You can almost hear tiny wheezes as they gasp for life. You see nautiluses and squids and octopi and other things drying out on the ground around you until you finally get to this huge, it almost looks like it could be a giant squid, but it also has tentacles coming out of the wrong places. It has eyes opening and blinking. It has mouths across it. It is horrible. And it looks at
ugly.
you. It just stares for a moment before, you didn't think you could kill me, did you?
You're the Olhydra.
Yes. Reduced greatly in power, but not dead.
Well, he's even gonna be.
Reduced greatly in power. Get it.
Well,
And-
baby, your skin looks dry as fuck. So I think you're on your way out the door. Could I recommend maybe some lotion? Or maybe some water?
Right.
Just bitch, you dying.
What is
Wait.
this place?
Also, what's your beef with us? Oh, wait, the whole stealing
Yeah,
your
the
children and
bloodline.
everything, but like, whatever.
I am now aware you cannot harm me. You can simply observe, but you cannot hurt me.
Sounds
I
like
will.
it's
that.
You're not there, Bruno.
Okay, can
Oh.
we test it?
I mean,
we,
if
like-
you can't seem to, what are you doing?
Can I poke it?
You reach
like-
down and you touch her. It's like you touched a squid. Mucus comes off on your finger.
All right. We can't
Ew.
hurt you. What are you doing?
You dying.
Resting. I will return. I am freed now. I will
What if we like
return.
chopped you up? Then
you
what?
can't.
But can we? But we can. You're in a physical form.
You cannot.
Bitch, I touched you, I got mucus on me, thus making that you can transfer to other people. We can
So
chop
yeah,
you
can
up.
I like try to summon a sacred flame on it or something?
Yeah, you
Fucking light to a
cast
fire.
Sacred Flame. You can't. It's almost like you have briefly no connection, as if you're trying to do something in a dream that doesn't seem to want you to do it. Nothing happens.
Can I like kick it?
Yeah.
Do I still have like my mace with me?
Yeah,
pick-
you still have your.
Can I
your
try to
weapon.
whack it with my mace?
You swing your mace down. It's almost like the mace turns ethereal and passes through her body before re-solidifying. You
Okay.
cannot hurt me, but I will
Okay.
return.
Could I punch it?
think
Because I
we're-
touched it before.
I
Could
think we're
punch it
learning
instead?
that. Yeah, can we just 1d4 punch it?
Like, can we just like fucking curb stomp this
Punch it
bitch?
to death.
Like,
As
fuck
Death
off.
by
you,
100
interestingly,
punches.
as you throw a punch,
Schoolyard brawl, schoolyard brawl.
as you throw a punch at her, it's almost like that moment in a dream when a hallway gets longer right before you get to the end of it. Your fist just doesn't even connect with her. It's almost like you punch the air in front of her, even though you feel like you should have hit her.
All
Can I
right,
take some
so
narwhal shells and just
we
chuck it at her?
clearly this
We're in a
is
dream.
not reality or something.
Yeah.
Or
We're
our
not a-
reality at least. But
We're in a dream state here. We're in a dream here. Like, not real.
so
Yes.
do you want us to just like hang out?
can we carry out a message? Do you
while
want us to be your answer
you
machine?
rest?
I was simply going to tell you that I would return one day. And if
But
you
you did
are
all
still
this to
alive,
say it.
I will
Girl, you said,
destroy you.
Yeah.
girl, I consider myself dramatic, but putting us in a dream state like this and connecting it just to give us a message. Bitch, have you heard about email or messenger pigeon?
Silence,
Or
mortal.
prophecy.
Yeah,
Silence.
he talks a lot. I'm sorry about that. I'm sorry my family did all that. That was
I'm
bad. But you know, me and Alex, it's been like 450 years since all that happened.
It matters not.
We're not alive.
It's not our problem. Sorry that our ancestors said no. Actually, that's being apologizing
And
for our
we
ancestors.
freed you. I mean, we attacked you after, but we still freed you.
And you
So-
still have my power.
Okay,
We do?
explain to me what is this power in forms? Tell us so we can get this so you can get the fuck off our backs. It's getting old.
It matters not. I will take it when I return.
Apparently it does matter a bunch, but you
Okay.
do you. I'm loving this character,
And
by the
also
way.
know the creche is leaking.
The what is leaking? I didn't catch that.
The creche, she said.
Crash.
Crash.
What is
It
it?
has started leaking long ago. We will
Band-Aid?
all return.
Okay, but like you and who else? Give us deeds so we know how many dinner places to put at our dinner table. I love fucking around with this entity, fun fact. I just want to say such. I love fucking around with this entity. It's fun. This is fun.
I'm
It's so much fun to poke fun at this entity. It's so much
all
fun.
of my brothers and sisters. Cthulhu, Hadar, Ibar. There are many others, all of whom your family trapped, but the bonds are fading. It is
Cthulhu, dang.
inevitable.
We come from a powerful family. Fuck yeah, we capture go. Dang.
It is inevitable.
Why are you telling us this? Straight up, why are you warning us?
It's less of a warning and more of a threat.
We will
I
take
guess?
what is ours. The price for our power must be paid.
Okay. Yeah, I gotta be honest. It's just gonna, yeah, come at us. Come
Come
on.
at me, bro.
I'm over it. I'm really over it. Like fucking everybody and their fucking grandmother every goddamn day tells me they're coming to collect the blood tax on me and my family. God damn. Get in line.
Literally, there's a long ass line. Everyone hates us. You're not the only one. Everyone hates our fucking family.
So yeah, you and your family's gonna come at you. Well, my family's gonna come at you right back, motherfucker. Okay?
Fight us. What
So
happened?
be it.
Let's go.
And then the environment changes again as the vision seems to end. For the rest of you, it was about like a second and a half as you looked around and the ink began fading that for a moment you didn't see either Percy or Alex. Just for a moment, though, as they seemed to appear where they were standing, almost as if your eyes skipped over them for a second and returned to the spot, and there they were.
Y'all, I need a drink.
As terrifying as that was, it was kind of badass.
Oh yeah, 1000%. But everyone just keeps on saying how they want to kill our family. We get it.
Yeah.
We get it.
We should leave.
Well, okay. So, question: as it has like the ink settled down, do we see anything there? Do we see a corpse or a shell or a mollusk, or is it just like this bitch is gone? She's
She's gone.
into the smoke.
There is still
Into
the rocks and stones on the ground from when her prison shattered, but other than that, there's nothing.
Are there any more crystals?
There are lots of crystals.
Yeah.
Okay, Bruno, come on, baby. Let's go shopping. Before we go, Bruno and I literally like pack a bag full of crystals.
Like this
I will
one.
take
It's
one.
pretty.
So pretty, it glitters. It glitters.
All
I'm
right.
making an item. I'm making a pendant. I'm making a ring.
All right. So it seems nothing around you is changing at all.
All right. Well, we can walk and talk and start leaving and all, kind of give the rundown that the Olhydra took us into a little dream dimension, and it was a big squid, and it, did the whole "I will return," and
Blah 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 blah.
me and my siblings will slaughter your family and collect our blood tax.
We did try curb stomping the bitch, but it didn't work.
Did say something along the lines of, "We still have its power," which, from what we learned earlier, means it's babies. So my family still has its babies somewhere.
That's fun.
You suppose it was those things we saw in the nursery illustrations before?
I would have to get. Did they look like that? Like that big squid? Did those illustrations look kind of like tiny versions of that big squid?
No, they actually looked like almost like human babies with squid faces.
Okay.
Alrighty, who
that's
fucked
maybe
squid?
something like that. It could be.
Before we leave, can I just drop a few seeds in this chamber, by the way, like as we're going out the door?
Yeah, you drop the seeds and they just land on the stone. They float down and land on the stone.
Maybe just druid craft a little bit, give them a little bit of zhuzh and be like, really should phone home and let them know that we temporarily unseated an evil goddess from her domain. Could be cool. Free real estate.
Interestingly, it doesn't, since there is no soil, the seeds don't really take. The roots sprout, find no purchase, and begin to curl in on themselves as if they're going to fail.
Oh, that's a shame.
All right.
I'll figure it
We'll
out.
head up on out of this big old cave.
Yeah, you head back through the cathedral where I believe you buried the corpses. You ate one of them. You buried the
Delicious.
other two. It wasn't as good as you thought it was going to be, interestingly. It was kind of a bit tough.
Bit rubbery. Probably
Yeah.
overcooked it. The fire probably did that.
And back out to where the sunken ships were, you do see there are no sailors. And the ships have begun to settle and fall apart significantly more. And it is off into the darkness. And soon you find yourselves, the surface of the water breaks as you walk back out into the chapel from the staircase that you entered the portal through. And presumably you swim back up to the surface of the lake and out onto the banks where there is still a few corpses of the fish people stuck up on pikes in the sand and the mound where you buried the bullywugs, except now it is storming. There is a very strong wind that is whipping the tops of the trees this way and that. The sky has a slight greenish hue to it, and there is lightning almost constantly. Almost the moment one lightning bolt vanishes, the next one appears, and the air is filled with thunder.
That can't be good.
Wow, guys, look at the weather. What
I think
weather we're
she's
having.
Mad. So now what?
Want to head back? Make some dinner? Sleep? I don't know. What do we want to do?
What time of day is it?
Yeah. How long did it take us to get
Hard
back
to
up?
tell, but it's probably maybe around 4 o'clock-ish in the
AM,
afternoon.
Well, I'm sort of I sort of want to just sort of press on. I'm kind of eager to, spend my energy doing something productive now that there's yet another person trying to kill me and everyone I care about. So I
I mean, fair. But where are we gonna go?
was gonna gesture towards the house.
The
Let's
house
go.
is a viable option.
Let's go. Also, we can get out of the storm. I don't want my hair getting wet. Oh wait, I was just water. It already is.
Yeah. So you do head back up to the house. It does take a little bit. It is a bit of a hike. You go past the graveyard, past the burnt remains of the hedge maze, through the garden, which is now very quiet. You don't see any strange mushroom people or fungus people, and you don't see these strange, seemingly immortal gardeners that seem to be hanging around. You pass without incident back up to the house where the door might even still be ever so slightly opened from when you came in yesterday, and into the foyer.
Can we have Arthur use his I forget what it's called, the senses, to see if that gigantic
primeval
apparition,
awareness?
because was that giant thing he was always sensing, was that the Olhydra, or is that presence still down there?
That presence is still down there.
Cool.
Would you say that like for this whole journey, like probably like mage armor is probably worn off, water breathing definitely probably has, like from this whole journey?
No,
Would you say
they're
like
actually still up. You didn't cast them all that long ago.
I cast water breathing before we even went into the lake?
I think
So that
Yeah.
would probably
lasts for 24 hours though.
It
Yeah.
lasts for 24 hours.
Yeah.
Mage armor lasts for 8.
yeah.
So I'd say you probably still have maybe 3 to 4 hours of mage armor left.
Okay, gotcha.
And water breathing will definitely go away at some point, either during or just at the tail end of your next long rest.
Gotcha. I was just wondering because of like how long we were underneath there. So
You weren't underneath there that long, interestingly. So yeah, you are currently in the foyer where you see the double doors underneath of the staircase. The chandelier is still on the floor. You see the double doors to, I believe it was the solarium that was directly across from the double staircases, and the hallway, as well as the library to one side and the kitchens to the other. You know that you still have not explored the 3rd floor, and you have not taken a look in the playroom on the 2nd floor.
Well, I guess now that we've heard so much about children,
I'm about to say.
probably have to look at the playroom.
Finally, I've just been saying it for weeks now.
Let's go play some toys.
All right, let me flip to my notes. So you head back up the stairs, familiar to some, unfamiliar to others. You see into the other rooms as you pass by. You see through the double doors to the solarium, you actually see a room in, I believe you guys left it at kind of an evening state. I believe that was the last time you activated it. It seems incongruous with the rest of time. It's 4 o'clock in the afternoon, but it seems like it's 9 o'clock at night inside this room. And then you see the trophy room with a variety of different heads of animals. You see the chapel with the melted triptych. And finally, you get to the playroom, where inside you see various toys stacked up on shelves. In the center of the room is a large dollhouse sitting on a table. There are picture frames hanging of various portraits of children, which you recognize one of them to be Oscar from drawings from Ludwig. as well as presumably older paintings of other of the Kruetzwald children when they were younger. There's a healthy mix of toys here. There are blocks and dolls, toy soldiers and toy horses, toy animals such as ducks on strings, and just a variety of different toys. But the dollhouse seems to be the center of focus. It sits on a table in the very center.
Can Rerek detect magic as a ritual?
It will take 10 minutes, but yes. So if there's anything you would like to do as he begins casting Detect Magic.
I guess make so just perception checks to see if there's any hidden things around here that we didn't notice.
Sure, give me a perception check. Anyone else who would like to may.
That is a 24.
All right.
I got a 19.
I only got a 15. They beat me.
10.
You definitely, Percy, notice that there is a sort of playpen area that has been, there's been like almost a little wooden fence erected around an area where there are quite a few wooden blocks. And also scattered amongst them is a couple of what appear to be baby bottles.
Are they
But
empty baby bottles?
They are empty baby bottles. As you look at them, you notice some of them have a sort of rubbery substance, very familiar to you as a hospital worker. Occasionally, you've had to bring them to people who have just given birth in order to feed babies. However, there are one or two of them that seem to, they take the same shape, but the sort of rubbery nib is made of metal. And instead of having a single hole, it has 4 holes in it. I would say, Alex, you notice the baby bottles in the playpen, but you don't, at least from the distance, notice the difference in substances of the nibs. And I don't remember what Lark got, but you're probably just distracted by all of the toys because they are kind of a little bit eerie and creepy, especially the dolls.
Look over there. There's some baby bottles.
Yeah, they're kind of, I can't help but think these were probably meant for those squid children.
Yeah,
Lark-
probably. The children that we
Lark's just-
stole.
Lark's mage handing a doll up, and he's just like, now, did your family hire the Harlequin as their interior decorator, or is it just me? Because he's holding up one that probably looks like a little like jigsaw-y or something.
Yeah.
Like, insert proprietary horror icon here.
Yeah, it's a strange looking, almost nun-like figure with a long white nose, white face, as if caked with makeup, wide, angry looking eyes, possibly even holding a ruler. Some sort of like old matronly figure.
Lark, put that thing down before it comes alive and slits your throat.
Oh, it wouldn't come alive and slit my throat at this rate. It would aim for you two first.
Just play a hot potato with it. Boom.
I'll
See
mage
if it goes
hand and
flying.
throw it at Alex.
Just like, hey, Alex, catch. Hits me on the head, like, ow.
Yeah, the head is made of wood. It does hurt when it hits you.
Fucking bitch. Ow. Creepy as hell, though. Damn. Our family's fucked.
Yeah.
Fucked
Yep.
up.
How's that spell coming, Rerek?
I would say at this point it does end. He casts it. The dollhouse is covered with transmutation and abjuration magic, and he turns and he points to a mirror that's standing in the corner, an ornate standing mirror. It's connected to that.
Would you
And
say
then
that the
he actually whips around and points at one of the dolls and goes, wait, I'm gonna tell me his perception.
Okay, so Rerek, do you want his passive perception?
No, I don't really use passive a lot, so
His
just give me his
perception
bonus.
His perception bonus is +7
Huh.
because he has proficiency in perception and pretty decent wisdom.
All right. He points to one of the dolls and he goes, that one has a lot of transmutation on magic on it too. I think it moved.
can I remove the would there be a curse? Do we think there's a curse on it? Cause like, can I use remove curse on it?
I would guess a dispel magic would probably be something more aligned to it. Can we, Lark, do you want to like mage hand that doll or something?
I'll mage hand the one that has magic on it and try to pick it up.
As you pick it up, you do see it suddenly moves a little bit and you hear a voice as its mouth moves. That tickles.
Bitch, I told you, these fucking dolls are creepy. I told you. Guess who warned you? Tucky's a ride.
Oh, calm down. Talking dolls isn't anything new. Honestly. Especially Lark points to like Percy, Rerek, and Arthur, and he goes, we spent like how many weeks in the Feywild? Or days in the Feywild? Time's weird.
I don't know.
I'm gonna mage hand it closer to us and be like, hello, friend. How are you today?
Hi, my name is Holly. Have you come to play with me?
Depends on what your definition of playing is.
Fucking burn it.
Well, it depends. What types of games do you like to play?
What sort of games do you like to play, Holly?
Well, sometimes I play hide and seek, but I've only been able to play with myself. Don't laugh.
When was the last time you got to play with someone else, Holly?
I don't remember. It was a very long time ago.
Do you remember who it was with?
No, not really. It's been so long.
Do you remember what they looked like? Did they have like
Can I kind of like
tentacles
hold up a
coming
picture
out?
of Oscar? It's like, did you play with this boy?
Oh, he didn't like to play with me.
Can I insight check her?
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure, you can insight check her.
Oh, wow. That's a 2 + 4. That's a 6.
She's a doll. She's incredibly hard to read. Her face, despite her mouth moving, her face is frozen. There is nothing to read.
Could I also try inciting?
You certainly can.
Okay. So 10 + 5, so 15.
I mean, she doesn't seem to be lying.
Gotcha.
I take out the book that we got from the lab that has the illustrations of Wolfgang and Dorothea holding the squidlings.
Yes.
Can I take that out and show the doll? Like, did you play with them?
They liked the blocks better.
Right.
Gotcha. So how did you become speaking?
I don't know.
Cool.
Can I like nudge Bruno and ask him, can you cast a detect evil and good?
Yeah, I was going to ask about that. I'm going to do it. We just figured it's evil, so.
Well, it will tell us like what kind of thing.
Yeah, I
is.
think it's fey, fiend, elemental, celestial, or aberration, of which she is none.
All
Okay.
right, I cast.
And you receive that information that she is none of those things.
Yes.
So would she be cursed then?
I don't know. Either way,
Literally every time I cast a spell, it's always like nothing.
Now, Holly, darling, can you? It's been a long time since you've played with anyone, and they liked playing with the blocks, but I feel like we're not getting your full story. You can trust us. We're not going to hurt you unless you give us reason to.
I don't even know if she even can feel pain. We don't want to find that out either.
are there any pictures of the other kids in here, like Anna or Clara?
Yes, you kind of recognize various features of them. And yeah, it seems, with the exception of Ludwig, which you assume was probably the person who
He's the
painted,
artist, yeah.
since he's the artist, there are no pictures of him, but there are definitely pictures of Clara and Anna.
Well, I'll grab one of those. Did you play with these girls?
Let me check real quick which one it was. Spoilers. Oh,
Clara had the wand and Anna did not. I remember seeing that.
yes. She points to the figure of Clara and goes, I used to play with her a lot. She loved hide and seek.
Right. I'll
Where-
kind of like whisper to the party, that's Clara, one of the twins. Apparently she was magical and Anna was not.
Awkward. Where did they used to love to hide? Where was their favorite hiding spots?
Oh, they hid in all kinds of places. Sometimes in the library, sometimes in other people's rooms. My favorite hiding spot is always in a cabinet.
That does not surprise me. Where's this cabinet that you like to hide in?
I like to hide in all kinds of cabinets.
Oh,
So,
fun.
Holly, are you ever scared here? This house is pretty dangerous.
No, I'm not very scared. Nothing's ever
Okay.
hurt me.
Can you feel pain, Holly?
I think Percy is gonna try to pick her up with his hands out of Lark's mage hand.
Yeah. You pick her up, she's
I'm just
about the
gonna
weight
like
of a
hold
doll.
her and let her like sit on my palms.
Yeah.
Well, I don't.
Oh,
What
What-
was that, Alex?
what? I have a question for Holly. What happened to the kids that liked playing with her blocks? What happened to them?
I don't know. They take them away most of the time.
Oh,
One day they just didn't come back.
Right.
dang.
Do you remember there was a day that all of these kids and all of their caretakers disappeared? Do you remember that day?
I remember there were lots of green lights. And a woman came and locked up the dollhouse and told me that I wasn't allowed to touch it anymore.
Was that woman Dorothea?
Maybe. It's been a while, I forget.
What's so special about this dollhouse?
I don't know.
Is it? My friend told me it's magical.
Maybe it is. I wasn't allowed to play with it.
Okay. It's becoming increasingly apparent by the way Percy's like holding her. He's getting he likes Holly a lot. And well, do you need anything, Holly?
It's just like that head. It's like that. It's like the head all over again. We're trying to take everyone with us.
It's Rosie all over. Rosie the rose bush.
No, not really.
Would you like to come with us on an adventure? Because apparently Percy really likes you and would love to have you as a companion.
Hey, I love playing games.
We're gonna play an adventure game.
We can play lots of games.
Yay!
So, can we go check out this dollhouse that she was talking about?
We were I'll just gotta like put her on my shoulder or something.
Yeah, very that. I was expecting that.
And I'm still waiting for this doll to just like turn evil and stab me in the head, but like I like her. I think she's neat.
Oh wait! Oh my God! Wait! Can we have her ride Julius?
She is a bit too big to ride Julius.
Well, Holly, we need to. We're sort of going through the house right now and trying to make it safe again. So we need to do that. Right now we're going to look at the dollhouse, but maybe later we could play.
Okay. I think the dollhouse is locked. That lady didn't come back with the key.
Oh. Do you know where she would have put it?
I remember I was hiding in a cabinet in a really big room upstairs.
On the third floor.
Maybe.
This is the second floor, isn't it?
Yes, it is the second floor.
How many floors are in this house?
3.
3. Okay. Gotcha.
Not including all of the weird
Towers.
basement levels and yeah. I was hiding in a cabinet and the lady came and she opened a door behind one of the paintings, behind the big bed, and put something back there. I think that might be where she put the key.
You've been very helpful, Holly.
I vote in favor we go up to the master bedroom upstairs and check behind a painting, look for a safe.
Yeah, so we have the map of the house still.
Yes.
So I'm guessing there's like a master bedroom labeled on there or something.
Yes. There are actually 2 master bedrooms. There's the largest one that was occupied by Dorothea and Wolfgang. And then there is the other one that was occupied by, I want to say, Melkor and his wife. I can check my notes. And then the rest of each of the kids seem to have their own bedroom.
Cool.
Yeah.
Are there, by chance, we don't have any drawings of Balthazar, do we?
You do have drawings of Balthazar, just not as many as the other family members.
So if would I have one of those on me?
Yes,
Cool.
You probably would.
As we start walking to the master bedroom, I kind of want to pull one of those out because Balthazar is the one who like left the family and who we are descended from.
Yes.
So I kind of want to pull out a picture of him and show it to Holly and say, "Do you remember him?"
Yeah, I do. He got really mad and packed up and left.
Do you know why he was mad?
I don't know. They don't tell me these things.
Gotcha. Well, everything you're telling us is very helpful. So we might, keep bothering you.
Okay. So are you guys heading up to
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So you head up to the master bedroom. The hallway seems a little bit more narrow, like it wasn't intended to have a high amount of traffic. And there are paintings all over the wall. And you notice as you walk by them, they're grouped in sort of near, presumably the bedroom where that person was sleeping was where most of their portraits are.
Mhm.
And so even though there aren't names on the door, you can kind of tell who is in which room. And of course you have the map that's labeled with all of the different rooms that you got as part of your package for this house. And at the very end of the hallway is the master bedroom. It actually has a small, almost foyer itself, where there are two doors, one of which the map says leads to an observatory, which is in a tower that kind of rises from the corner of the house. And the other door leads into the master bedroom.
Let's go to the bedroom.
Yeah.
The room is surprisingly large. It actually seems to have two levels to it. At the base, there is a sort of vanity area where there is a writing desk and almost salon chairs, a small table, as well as a very large vanity with multiple mirrors, of which there is jewelry and jewelry boxes and perfumes and other such things. The other sort of section is in front of the fireplace. It seems to have also more chairs, as well as a tiger skin rug on the floor. And then there is a 2 steps up to a very large bed with a canopy. And behind the bed is indeed a very large painting of Wolfgang and Dorothea. Dorothea is sitting, holding a baby, and Wolfgang is standing next to her with a hand on her shoulder. It is very clearly a very different style than Ludwig's.
Is it a baby human?
It is a baby human. You also notice that this area of the bedroom is carpeted, as opposed to the other area of the bedroom, which seems to be a hardwood floor.
Ew.
Yeah, it is a very ostentatious bedroom. Lots of very rich patterned curtains, lots of very fancy gold leafed and very complex wood carving on the chairs and the tables. And there are also lots of paintings, which seem to be a mixture of what looks like obviously Ludwig's style of painting, as well as others, presumably before he was born or before he could produce paintings of these caliber.
Cool. Rerek should still have his detect magic up, shouldn't he?
Yes, it
Does he
is.
catch anything?
He does point to the painting and go, well, there's a bunch of abjuration magic behind that.
Right. Might make it hard to open.
Which one is abjuration magic?
Protection magic.
Well, I
At
mean,
this
Percy,
point,
can't you dispel magic?
Yes, but it might, might be hard to try. So yeah, I guess we'll go up to that painting.
Mm-hmm.
And can I just try to like move it?
yeah, as you're kind of moving the painting, you get, as you try and shake it back and forth, one side is attached to the wall and it swings open on a hinge like a door. Behind it is a metal plate. You do see around the edges, there is a seam, leaving about maybe ½ an inch of metal, but it's almost just completely flat, as if and it's just devoid of any markings. It is just smooth, polished metal.
Cool. So there's like not any seeming way to open this flat thing.
Doesn't seem to be.
Okay.
Start knocking on it.
Didn't you opened a thing earlier just by touching it?
I
'cause you
touch it. Yeah.
remembered
Can
the thing.
I touch it?
You touch it and you feel almost like a static shock for a moment, and you see spreading out from that point rivulets of what look like blood flowing across the surface of the metal. And as it does, it seems to bubble and score the metal, creating a design. And then the rivulets of blood seem to trickle into different areas and almost drain from the surface, leaving an incredibly complicated looking door. It seems to be a mixture between a sort of tapestry forest embossed into this metal door and the Gothic windows, stained glass windows. And there are actually got to check my notes on this. There are 5 spaces, 5 windows that almost seem to move in an arc over an area that is plain, save for a poem that seems to be written. These windows have 2 sections that also have seams around the edge. And the text that is on the door seems to be a poem. It is written in common. It says, "Once upon a sunny day in a magic forest far away came a parade of wondrous beasts to offer the fairy queen a delicious feast. The lumbering dragon brought not a dish of blue, nor a treat of red in any hue. The treant was slow, but did not come last, bringing golden sap to break her fast. The owlbear with its uneven gait had neither blue or green upon his plate. The swift chimera, usually full of spite, instead brought a cake, soft and white. And the unicorn came from a place most hallowed, so that all must proceed or all must follow. Neath her throne they put their gifts down, then they bowed beneath her mighty crown." And that's it. That's all it says.
Neat.
I should focus on the colors.
Can you send us that poem also?
Yeah.
And
Yes, I will try and type it out as quickly as possible. Actually, I'll send it to you on break since we're really close to
cool.
break. So I'll just say, is there anything that you would like to do before we take our really quick break where I'll type out the poem?
Not that I can think of.
Wait, do you read it out loud?
Yeah.
Well,
Or
it
it's
is
just gonna be
printed
like,
just firmly on the metal door, so you could just read it off the door if you wanted, but
or it's just gonna be like, that sounds like some Sealy bullshit.
It
I think it's a
definitely
code.
does.
So like, even with this written on, is there any way of opening this door? Like, can we like, or do you have to?
you do notice that the windows, the 5 windows in an arc, they have a sort of structure where there are 2 obvious pieces of metal that look like they either move or pull away or something of that nature. And there's 2 of them for each of the 5 windows.
And are they colored? What colors are they?
They are actually not colored. There is no image on them at all.
Gotcha. That was not going in the direction I thought it was going to be. Lit. Oh, there's going to be like a color code that we had to figure out with the stained glass windows.
But they look like there's something you can do to them. You just don't know what it is.
Gotcha. Lit.
All right, that sounds like a puzzle for after break.
Yeah, I will type that poem and send it in the group chat so you guys can figure that out on the next episode. So stay tuned to see how they figure out this puzzle.